Oh, yeah, it is pretty damn hot, isn't it? Always gotta have a little fun with your acceleration. That's what having a bike is about. Oh, that's probably not the best thing. Damn it. So close. If I accelerated even harder, I would have made that. The answer is always more speed, children. Always more speed. In all honesty, when I first started this channel, like 2 weeks ago as of recording this, I was thinking something like Valley Rider, but then I decided that'd be too easy to turn into something dirty or perverted, which I know you guys would do, because that's what the internet's about. And so I decided to go with Richard R. Moto, because I am a very creative man and filled with genius. My name is obviously Richard. R stands for rides, and Moto, I don't know where that came from, but it's just, I'm not a creative dude. I'm not all that creative anyways, especially when it comes to naming. After I get a hang of this, I'll probably come up with some genius name, and at that point it'll be too late for me to change it. Because then it'll be, you know, I'll have a whole 5 subscribers, and they'll all get very confused when I try to change the name. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. So that's the name I chose, and I'm gonna stick with it. I'm sure someone will come up with something perverted with it. If you guys can't tell, I need gas. My bike's afraid I'm going to forget. I might forget. It's okay. You can make it through this if you just try. Oddly enough, bikes don't run off of willpower alone. No, little children, it requires gas as well. It's willpower mixed with gas that gets bikes to go. The black brick road to go get my gas. To fill my bike's tummy, 'cause she hungry. She's a hungry bike. Man, that is a big string. See, there's actually arrows telling you which side to go in on. Can I get whatever this is on 7? Or, yeah, 7. Yeah. Almost got ran over right here. I guess I could tell you that story. Back there at that lovely little intersection, which right now, if I could, I'd pull up a little image of it going ding! There was a vehicle stopped there, and then there's a turn lane on to the right of where that vehicle was parked. And this lovely dude in a gray Jeep, of course this is before I started videotaping my riding, didn't bother to stop and creep forward, and I guess he thought he had x-ray vision and could just look through that vehicle, which he couldn't. It had tinted windows, he couldn't see shit through it. So he just went. And lo and behold, there's Mr. fucking Richard there on his motorcycle, looking at him like a doe in headlights. Except for Richard had already seen this, so he was slowing down. He knew that that dude was carrying too much speed to think that he was going to stop. And, so he just blew it, and then he saw me, and, proceeded to freak out and run into the sidewalk. I think he actually popped onto the sidewalk. But when he did this, he didn't, you know, go through one of these nice things. He hit the, like, sharp part right there that's covered in a shadow right now. And, his Jeep didn't look too thrilled. Like, I know they're supposed to be off-roading vehicles, but I don't think they're meant to be striking a curb at, I don't know, 20 miles an hour or so. Maybe. I don't know how fast he was going. He looked like he was going quick. The Jeep was moving fast, and it looked like it got a fucking jolt when it hit the curb. But anywho, so I had already, you know, made sure there was no one next to me, so I could weave into the next lane if I needed to, and I'd already slowed down. But needless to say, he fucked up his Jeep some, hopefully a little bit. It would make me feel better if he did, that's for sure. So that was the story of me almost getting ran over. I've dropped my bike. I've dropped my bike plenty of times. Like I said, I've only been riding for like since April of like this year. And I've already dropped this bike 3 times. So I don't particularly need to get into an accident. So I suppose since I've opened up that nasty can of worms, I might as well explain to you as to why I've dropped my bike. Because I'm an idiot. That's why. All 3 of them were me being an idiot. The first one, I was pissed off at something going on and in a hurry. And I was going through a turn that I knew had dirt on it. This turn is right next to a ditch. And ditches are made out of dirt, and some people think for some reason they should drive down this ditch to get to that road in particular. And so they track dirt onto this road, so there's fucking dirt on this road, which is a fucking awful combination, by the way. This goddamn road, I'm driving down it too fast for my skill level. I'm way too involved in this story, I'm not going fast enough. And, so I'm going too fast through this turn already, which at the time wasn't very fast. I'd only had my bike 2 weeks. I've only been riding a motorcycle for 2 weeks, mind you. And, I ended up in the wrong side of the road. I ended up on the outside where all the dirt was. And, I remember noting that there's this pothole that I always try to come on the inside of, and this time I was on the outside of it. And I was like, well, that's not fucking right. I'm supposed to be on the opposite side of this. Oh, fuck, this is dirt. And so I'm kind of leaned over in the bike because I'm going kind of quick through this turn. Or at the time, it felt quick. And it was probably 15, 20 miles an hour. And, I think that dude's flipping me off. I don't think he likes that I wave at him. I'll continue to do so. But yeah, so I end up in this dirt. I end up leaned over. And, dirt, road, leaned over, bike slides out from underneath me. Literally just slides towards the ditch. I'm sliding across the ground. And, I literally can't help but think, God fucking damn it. Like, that's literally the only thing going through my head, right? God fucking damn it, please don't damage the helmet. Because helmets are expensive. And I stood up. My bike was really close to the ditch, actually. I wish I got pictures of it. Excuse me, being near the ditch. But I didn't. It was probably 2 feet from falling in the ditch. I don't need that in my life. The second time I dropped my goddamn bike, it was twice in a goddamn row, right? Because I'm a stubborn son of a bitch. And I felt the desire or the need to ride my bike even though it had rained and there were puddles of water on my road. I live on a dirt road. It's poorly maintained, and so puddles build up in it. A lot of puddles, big puddles. And I crested over this little hill that's at the beginning of the road or halfway through it. And I looked down upon all these puddles from the fresh rain that had just poured. And I thought, well, gee, 20 ought to do fine. As long as I don't get stuck. Because getting stuck is what's important when you're... Why are we going so slow?
have a chance of dropping your bike, right? And so I go through this. One second, I have to focus on this because we're fucking going 5 miles an hour. Why? So let's see, where was I? Puddles, yes, speeding, going through puddles quickly because it's smart. And so I go through these puddles at like goddamn 20 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour or so. And I go through the puddle, my wheel just locks up. I fucking just fall on my right side. And I mope because I just fell in a puddle in my new jacket. I'm now covered in mud. My bike's covered in mud. It probably just fucked up the fairing again. So I pick the bike back up, walk it out of the puddle, and I decide, okay, I'm going to mount it on the right side because if I walk around this bike, I'm probably going to drop it, and I don't need to do that. So I go to throw my leg over with wet, muddy pants, and, you know, my shin caught the seat, and we both went down. My bike into the mud, me onto the bike. And, well, that was 2 times in one go. And then I can edit out all the uninteresting parts and put together the squirrel. Putting together a squirrel. My name is God now. Fuck you.